Welcome to Paul Butcher Field for college softball, AAC style on a Monday afternoon. Gary Justice with the UPIKE Sports Network. Glad to be on the ride with you this afternoon. The weather's definitely taking a turn for us. You'll see different camera angles as compared to Saturday. Just the rain was lingering around this morning and forced us to inside the press box. However, we're going to bring you the best broadcast as possible today. Two very hot teams. The Bears come in the ball game 15-7 overall. 5-5 inside the Appalachian Athletic Conference. They've won 4 straight. You have the Johnson Royals, 11-8 overall, 2-2 inside the AAC. They've won 3 straight, and an impressive one last Tuesday as they defeated the number 10 ranked team, the Southeastern Fire, in Florida during their spring break trip. So both these teams, they combined 7 straight wins. The Bears are extremely hot. They've won 12 of their last 14 on the season as well. Also, today is going to be a very special day. The Director of Athletic Communications, Rick Bentley, just informed me that we'll be having a very special first pitch day on Paul Butcher Field today as the women's bowling team captured their 6th national championship yesterday, their 4th on the NAIA side, and the first since it became an official sport. And this is an exciting time around campus. Well, anytime you can celebrate a national championship, you definitely want to do that. And we're happy to have them come out and throw out the ceremonial first pitch. Yeah, a little different weather-wise. Downtown Pikeville yesterday, folks, you can see people going around town wearing tank tops and bucket hats, that type of thing. Today, it's 45 degrees, and the wind's blowing about 9 to 10 miles an hour. Very chilly day. I was talking to the head coach, Dana Carter, for Johnson. I said, hey, Coach, this is definitely a little different for you as compared to what you was playing in Florida last week. She said, hey, it is a little different than what it was in Tennessee yesterday. She said it was 84 degrees. And said, however, they got to come out and compete, and this is an opportunity for them to play a couple more games. Again, they're 2-2 inside the AAC. The Bears 5-5. Both these teams jockeying for position. As a reminder, as far as the postseason tournament is concerned, the top 10 teams will advance into the AAC conference tournament. So it's key to win these ball games. As far as the Bears' upcoming schedule, it's a very loaded schedule for the Bears upcoming. They'll take on Truett McConnell this Friday here at Paul Butcher Field. They'll also be at home on Sunday against Union Commonwealth. Tennessee Wesleyan, they'll host them on April Fool's Day. Then they'll hit the road for one doubleheader on April the 4th. They travel down to Spartanburg to take on the Pioneers of Spartanburg Methodist. Return to Paul Butcher Field on April the 7th and the 11th, taking on Bryan College and then Bernal on April 11th. So this is key here as the Bears will be running a stretch of a lot of AAC games, and they're playing. You want to be playing your best when you get inside your conference slate, and the Bears are definitely doing that. Again, winners of 12 of their last 14. On Saturday, they picked up a couple of victories over Bluefield. It was a two-run rule games as the Bears won game 1 8-0. Bree Johnson goes the complete game for the Bears. In game 2, the Bears won that one 9-1. Chloe Bryant went the distance for the Bears. Defensively for the Bears today, getting the start, we'll go around left to right. We'll start in the outfield. You'll see Quick in left, Johnson's in center, Horn will be in right. Dixon at third base. Lois is at shortstop. Dunlap's at second. Mayness will be at first, and then Horn behind. Crum will be behind the plate. I'll correct that here real quick for you folks. Hang on. That's my apologies. Got Horn playing 2 positions again today. It's always a good day to have a little softball action. Again, a lot of sunshine on Saturday. Not so much today. A lot of cloud coverage. You'll see the skies over downtown Pikeville. Offensively for the Bears, give you a quick preview there as we wait on the bowling team to show up. Crum will lead off. Johnson, Horn, Quick, Dunlap, Metcalf. Mayness will hit 7th. Lois will hit 8th, and then Ashlyn Dixon will hit 9th. member of the NAIA, the Appalachian Athletics Conference is committed to the true spirit of competition by being a champion of character through the 5 core values the NAIA embraces. They are respect, integrity, responsibility, servant leadership, and sportsmanship. We ask each of you as a participant, official, or spectator to abide by these values by creating a positive environment in which our athletes may participate, our officials may work, and you, the spectator, may enjoy. Please enjoy today's contest. You see both teams coming onto the field, waiting on the umpires to come out for the coaches' meeting. Let's see here. We'll the defense once again. Let's see if that's updated. Here it is. So you have Quick on left, Johnson's in center, Horn is in right, Dixon is at third, Lois is at short, Dunlap at second. Manus will be at first. Crum behind the plate, and Chloe Calton will be on the inside the circle today for the Bears. .217 contest today. Get a little inside look to the umpire conference. Gary Justice, happy to be along on the ride with you this afternoon. Little Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Doing a final bat check as what the not so much a delay, but that's just part of the procedure before each ball game. Yeah, on Saturday the umpires were short sleeves and ready to play a little softball today. I think I had to bring in the weather gear today. I talked to April Charles, the assistant coach for the University of Pikeville. She said, Gary, I had taken all my cold weather stuff out of my car. She said, I had to scramble to find a jacket today. You'll see Coach Dana Carter come in and present the lineup for the Johnson Royals. And Robert Staggs will come in and present the lineup for the University of Pikeville Bears. For the Royals, Burns to lead off. Morehouse and play left. Morehouse will hit second and play right field. Armstrong will hit third. Play first base. Kate Wood will hit fourth and she'll be the designated player. Jablonski will hit fifth, do the catching. Dickerson will hit sixth and play third. Hubbard will hit seventh and play second. Presley be in center. And Madison Hood will be the shortstop. Alyssa Nicely will be inside the circle today for the Royals. As we're patiently awaiting the start of this one. Again, we'll have the ceremonial first pitch of the bowling team off their sixth national championship as they ride back yesterday. And those young ladies have been away from campus for a while, competing in different tournaments. See, Coach Stagg's going over the ground rules. Paul Butcher Field is pretty well enclosed. Do have a tarp down the right field line, it's out of play because it's actually outside the fence. There's a cutout for the tarp, where they can get it on the field real easy though. And all around the field, got a couple of gates. Of course, they're closed. And we'll turn it over to Rick Bentley.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we have a special ceremony. We would like to welcome the brand new 2026 NAIA Championship Women's Bowling Team to the field. Women's bowlers went to Michigan over the weekend, came away with the national championship. It's the 6th title in school history. We're proud of these young ladies, and here they are. We will begin with our coaches, Amber Griffin and Brianna Clemmer. We also have with us Victoria Hines, Allie Miles, Caitlin Peck, Emily Lindsay, Madison Strauss, Katarina Hagler, Taylor Sams, Sierra Gabriel, Haley Grabowski, Sasha Ushwall, and throwing out the first pitch, tournament MVP, Brianna Rogers. Here to catch the first pitch is Danny Crum. Looks like a strike to me. Congratulations. And congratulations to our women's bowling team, the national champions of 2026. Just a second. Kat, hold that trophy up, Kat, so we can see it. The national championship trophy. There we go. Congratulations, ladies. Now let's meet the starting lineups.
Such a special day for University of Pikeville. Get to celebrate the national champions.
Hitting second, the right fielder, Audrey Morehouse.
So we're meeting the starting lineup now
Batting third, playing first base.
for Johnson. Again, we'll go over the Johnson lineup real quick. We'll reset everything.
Designated player, Autumn Kaywood. Batting fifth, the catcher, Dylan Jablonski.
Reese Barnes will lead things off. She'll play left. Audrey Morehouse will bat second, play right field. Megan Armstrong will hit third, play first. Autumn Haywood will hit fourth, be the designated player. Dylan Jablonski will do the catching at fifth. Hitting sixth will be Allie Dickerson, the third baseman. Adelaide Hubbard will hit seventh and play second. Katie Presley will hit eighth, play center field, and Madison Hood will play short and hit ninth. Alyssa Nicely will be inside the circle for the Royals. And we're meeting the starting lineup, batting lineup for the Bears. We'll put it on the screen for you guys real quick.
Hitting seventh, playing first base, Claudia Manus. Hitting eighth, the shortstop, Casey Loyce. And hitting ninth, playing third base, Ashlyn Dixon. The pitcher for the Bears, number 12, Chloe Calton.
Just met the starters for the University of Pikeville. Now we're going to have a playing of the national anthem.
This time, ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, please stand for the pregame prayer and play of our national anthem.
And we're playing a little softball. Paul Butcherfield, Gary Justice, UPIKE Sports Network. Glad to be on the ride with you this afternoon. Two quality teams, two teams playing extremely well right now. Again, Johnson University coming to the ball game. They won 3 straight. The Bears have won 4 straight. They've won 12 of their last 14 as well. Welcome back. I tried to change the camera angle. That one was fouled off. Burns have retired on the pop out. Be Audrey Morehouse, the right fielder. Swung on, fouled off. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 upcoming. Got the outside corner. Be the first punch out of the day for Calton. We got Megan Armstrong, the first baseman. Armstrong and then Kaywood. Swung on. Pick the pitcher. Now retire Armstrong 1-3. That'll be a 6-pitch inning. And that will retire the Royals on the top half of the first. Go to the bottom half of the first. Do it for the Bears. It'll be 1-2-3. Crum Johnson Horn. You're watching Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Go to the bottom first. Bears. Calton had a 1-2-3. Nicely in the circle. 2 wins, 3 losses on the season. Has a save. 34 innings pitched, 26 runs, all earned. A 5.35 ERA. 33 hits, 14 walks, 28 punch-outs on the season. Crum lead things off for the Bears. Danny hitting .362 on the season, has a home run. Drove in 21, team high.
Leading off first for the Bears, it's the catcher, Danny Crum.
Crum and then Johnson. Both those ladies have 8 stolen bases on the season. A different camera angle today, folks, due to weather this morning, uncertainty. Give you the best broadcast we can today. Nicely, first pitch, swung on, down the left field line. It'll be a fair ball. Crum around first and going to second. It'll be a leadoff double. Crum gets things started with the Bears' first hit of the day. Bring up Addison Johnson hitting .338 on the season. Drove in 9 runs on the season. Scored 12. Conversation going on with the field umpire. Danny's 7th double of the season. Addison Johnson, junior from Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, will be the hitter. Shows bunt. Trying to advance Crum from second to third. Addie's got a .411 on base percentage on the season. No balls and a strike on the Bears center fielder. Misses high. Well, he was the kind of ball and a strike. Matty Horn, the junior from Nicholasville, waits on deck. 6 pitch, top of the first for Chloe Calton. On outside, and then Danny Crum. First pitch she saw, it double down the left field line. So they can capitalize getting leadoff hitter on. 2-1. Shows bunt. They'll retire Johnson at first. That'll be 1-3.
The right fielder, Matty Horn.
Bring up Matty Horn. Hitting .373 on the season. She's drove in 11. Junior from Nicholasville, Kentucky. Crum will get a lead from third now. Swung on, popped up. That one will escape Paul Butcherfield. Oh, 1 upcoming. Shows bunt, gets away from the catcher, and Crum will try to score. And it'll be the first run of the game on the wild pitch. I'll allow Danny, who had the leadoff double, to score, and the Bears keep the momentum as they now lead this one 1-0. One ball, one strike on Maddie. Harley Quick, the sophomore from Logan High School, waits on deck. 1-1. Swung on to the second baseman. She'll field in time to retire Maddie 4-3 for the second out of the inning. Bring up Harley Quick. Hitting .333 on the season, has a home run. Drove in 9. Dunlap will hit if she's able to reach. Caught the outside corner, strike 1. Oh, 1. Off the plate. Even got a ball and a strike, 2 outs. Bears able to push across a run after Danny Crumb's leadoff double. 1-1 to Harley Quick. Change up swung on, fouled off. Got 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bears come in the game winners of 12 of 14. They've won 4 straight. 5-1 in the last 6 AAC games. 1-2. Off the plate. Evans got 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces Wild in the bottom half of the first. Go protect the plate. 2-2. High now. Fills it up 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nice job of Harley to work out. She was down 1-2. This at bat, battle back and work to count full. 3-2. Changeup missed. Be ball 4. Be the first free pass issue by Nicely. Bring Caden Dunlap, the junior from Louisville. Hitting .314 on the season, a home run, 10 RBIs. Quickly Hiker lead from first. Off the plate. Nicely definitely trying to work the outside half. Sophomore from Whitesburg, Nicely. Letcher County Central product. Inside, on her hands. Even got a ball and a strike. Nicely a sophomore from Whitesburg. It's about 45 minutes from downtown Pikeville. Nice restaurant over called the Pine Mountain Grill. 1-1 to Caden Dunlap. Caught the outside half. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Crum led off with a double. Johnson sacrificed. Horn popped out. Crum scored on a wild pitch. Swung on and missed. Be the first punch out for Nicely, and now retire the Bears in their half of the first. However, they score a run on a hit as we go to the top half of the second. Be 4, 5, 6 due up for Johnson. That's Kaywood, Jablonski, and Dickerson. You're watching Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Go to the top half of the second. The Bears scored a run on a hit, counting that first inning. 3 up, 3 down. Threw 6 pitches, 5 strikes, 1 fly, 1 ground out, and had 1 punch out. Kaywood lead things off. Pitch missed the zone. Kaywood hitting .277 on the season, has a home run. Drove in 13. One zero. Swung on, hit foul down the left field line. Evens the things at 1 ball and a strike. Kay Wood, a senior from Knoxville. Very good high school. Change up, missed outside. Runs got 2 balls and a strikes. Kay Wood, Jablonski, and Dickerson due up. 4, 5, 6. 2-1. Swung on, fouled off. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chloe's got 1 punch out on the season. 25 innings pitched so far this year. 34 hits, 17 strikeouts. Coming into the game, a 3.08 ERA. Swung on, hit to Dixon at third. Counting 1 and 2 on the season. Swung on, hit the shortstop, center field, goes across the diamond in time. Retire Kay Wood 6-3. Lois did a nice job of fielding the softball and staying down all the way through. Nice throw across the diamond. Prep Dylan Jablonski, the catcher. Jablonski hitting. Caught the outside half. Hit 195 on the season. That's a home run. Back-to-back change-ups. Both of them caught the zone. No balls and 2 strikes. Calton got Kay Wood to bounce out 6-3. Now it's no ball and 2 strikes on the backstop for Johnson. Swung on, hit down the first baseline. Nice play by the first baseman. Claudia Manus. Bring up Allie Dickerson, the third baseman. Change up, caught the zone. Chloe definitely has that pitch going today. Dickerson and then Hubbard will hit. 0-1. Swung on back of the middle. Be an infield single. That's right back in the middle. Hit it right back where it came from. Tough play. With the first hit of the day for Johnson. Adelaide Hubbard, the second baseman, with the hitter. So we have 2 outs. Shows bunt. Fouls it off. If you're tuning in today, folks, a little different camera angles, a little uncertainty of the weather. Had some rain who just lingered around all morning. Typically like to start setting up the cameras and different angles 3 hours before. The rain didn't stop until around 11:30, 11:45. So forced us to have different angles. So we'll bring you the best broadcast we can. 0-1. Snap throw behind the runner. We'll get back in safely. A ball and a strike. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. No, back to the pitcher. Now retire Hubbard 1-3. Calton, nice job of fielding her position. Now retire the Royals in the top half of the second as we go to the bottom half of the second. Do it for the Bears will be 6, 7, and 8. Metcalf, Manus, Lois. What's your Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network? As we go to the bottom half of the second, Nicely will step in the circle for the second time today. Do 17 pitches, 10 strikes, and do 2 ground outs. Had 1 punch out as well. Metcalf lead things off, hitting .379 on the season. Sophomore from Richmond. Caught the outside corner, strike 1. Metcalf's office drove in 12. 0-1. Swung on, missed, and excuse me swing. Runs got no balls and 2 strikes. Nicely's walked 1, punched out 1. No runs, a hit for the Royals, 1 run, 1 hit for the Bears. 0-2. Outside. Runs got the ball and 2 strikes. Metcalf, Manus, Lois due up for the Bears. 6, 7, 8. 1-2. Swung on and missed. With the second punch out of the day for Nicely as she got Metcalf on the outside fastball. I'll bring up the first baseman, Claudia Manus, sophomore from Kingsport. Caught the outside corner, strike 1. Oh, 1. That was low. Claudia hitting .306 on the season, a home run, 8 RBIs. 1-1. Swung on, be a base hit. Be the second of the day for the Bears. Claudia singled to left field. Nice job staying back on the softball, driving it through the 6 hole. I'll bring up the freshman from Burlington, Wisconsin, Casey Lois. Pitch high and outside. Casey on the season, hitting .242 on the season. Drove in 11. 1-0. Inside. I've got 2 balls, no strikes. Lois and then Ashlyn Dixon. Two. Swung on, missed. 2 balls, 1 strike. Be Lois and then Ashlyn Dixon, freshman from Hazard. So got a couple of freshmen in the lineup today, as it did the second game on Saturday. 2-1. Tried the inside corner and half, missed. It's got 3 balls and a strike. Nicely has walked 1 on the afternoon. By the 2 hits. Swung on, missed. Feels if we count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Now Casey will have to expand the zone a little bit. Protect herself. 3-2. Tried the outside corner and missed. The second walk of the day issued by Nicely.
The third baseman, Ashlyn Dixon.
Bring up Ashlyn Dixon. Hit 346 on the season, drove in 4. Metcalf led off the inning with a strikeout. Manus singled left and Loyce walked. First pitch to Dixon missed inside. 1 run on 2 hits for the Bears. Threatening here in the bottom half of the second, trying to keep all the momentum. Key AAC battle. Caught the outside half. Leaves the count of ball and a strike. Dixon and then Danny Crum will hit for the Bears. Shows bunt, misses low. Got 2 balls and a strike. Two one. Shows bunt, gets it down. Retire at first base 5-3. Be the second out of the inning. Nice bunt by Ashland. Bring up Danny Crum, who doubled down the left field line her first time. She'll hit with 2 outs, runners at second and third. That one missed low. If Crum's able to reach it, then Addison Johnson. Danny, the sophomore from Louisa, Lawrence County High School. 15th Region Player of the Year back in her senior year. Off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. Danny could be looking for 1 pitch, 1 spot, something you can drive. Ball 3, nicely walked 2, struck out 2. 3 balls, no strikes to the Bears leadoff hitter. Nice little getter sign. Rockin' fire. Caught the outside half that time. 3-1. Swung on, popped up. Second baseman will call for it and drops it. 2 runs will score. A dead ball will allow Danny to advance because the ball off the second baseman's glove. That's where they'll advance Danny on second base. So his offer, the over glove goes into a restricted area. Should be 3-0 because 2 runs scored on that one. Bring Addison Johnson down to 1-3 her first time. Swung on, foul off. So a huge error leads to 2 runs for the Bears. They scored 1 in the first, 2 so far here in the second. Crum running at second base. And Rick Bentley just informing neither one of those runs will be earned due to the error on the third. I guess any run scored this the rest of the way in the second inning will be unearned. 0-1. Pitch high and outside. Johnson 11-8. The Bears are 15-7. 1-1. Swung on towards the right fielder. She'll call for it and squeezes it forward the third out and retire Johnson on the F09. However, the error comes up costly for the Royals as the Bears will score 2 in their half of the second inning. So we go to the top half of the third to be 8-9-1. Do it Presley, Hood, and Burns. Watching Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Welcome back in to Paul Butcher Field. Gary Justice, UPIKE Sports Network. Glad to be on the ride with you this afternoon. Let's go to the top half of the third. Calton will step in the circle for the third time today. Throwing 20 pitches, 16 strikes so far, induced 2 flyouts, 3 groundouts. Allowed 1 hit and punched out 1 so far. She'll face 8, 9, 1 Presley, Hood, and Burns. In the top half. Calton been very efficient with her pitches so far. Katie Presley is the center fielder. Freshman from Cookeville, Tennessee. Pitch miss low. Get past Crum. Bears scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second. Columbia's no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. The Bears 3 runs on 2 hits. They played clean defensively so far. 1-0. Shows bunt, fouls it off. Evens the count of the ball and a strike. Bears 5-5 inside the Appalachian Athletic Conference. The Johnson Royals sitting at 2-2. Swung on, fouled off. Rick Bentley just, and this is kind of shows you how the softball is a little different as far as scheduling. The Royals have played 4 conference games so far. Columbia, the Koalas, have already played 14 conference games. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the center fielder, Katie Presley. Calton has a punch out so far. 1-2. Tried the outside corner, miss. Nice job by Crum to frame that one up. Evens got 2 balls and 2 strikes. Crum will catch the first game, play right in the second game. Then Maddie Horn, the right fielder, will catch the second game. 2-2. Swung on, head back in the middle. Calton showing who the true athletes on the team are. Retire Presley 1-3. I'll bring up Madison Hood, the shortstop. The senior from Greenback, Tennessee. And then Reese Burns will hit after that. Change up caught the outside half. Chloe's been very effective with that pitch today. You can throw that first pitch over. That's the best pitch in softball and baseball, in my opinion. The change. 0-1. Swung on, hit to Lois at short, center feet across diamond in time. Now retire Hood 6-3. Bring up Reese Burns, who popped out to Lois for the first time. So 2 up, 2 down so far in the top half of the third. First pitch misses outside. Burns, and then Audrey Morehouse will hit. She's able to reach. One-0. Swung on, back in the middle, be a base hit. A 2-out single to center field. Bring up Audrey Morehouse, who struck out looking her first time. Swung on and missed. Snap throw, not in time. Shows bunt to still attempt. Gets past the shortstop into center field. Oh two. Swung on, hit the shot, shortstop Lois, center feet across the diamond in time. Retired Morehouse 6-3. Now retired Royals in the top half of the third. So go to the bottom half of the third. Due for the Bears will be 3, 4, 5. Horn, Quick, and Dunlap. Watching Bears softball on UPIKE Sports Network. Welcome back inside of Paul Butcher Field as Alyssa Nicely will step in the circle for the third time today. Thrown 42 pitches so far. 23 strikes, has induced a flyout, 3 groundouts. He's allowed 2 hits, 3 runs, only 1 earned, 2 walks, 2 punchouts as well. Matty Horn to get things started for the Bears in their half of the third. The junior from Nicholasville bounced out 4-3 her first time. Swung on, hit down the right field line, foul. Bears scored 1 in the first and 2 in the second. 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Bears. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the Royals. That 1 error led to 2 runs. No balls and a strike on the Bears right fielder. Change up, caught the outside half. Pulled the string, got Maddie on her front foot. Nice job of not swinging at that one. Now you have to 0-2. You definitely got to expand the zone. Protect yourself at the plate. Off the plate. One, two. Off the plate. He was counting 2 balls, 2 strikes. Be Maddie, then Harley Quick. Change up, missed inside. Fills up 3 balls and 2 strikes nicely. He's walked 2 so far. He's punched out 2 as well. 3-1 on the Bears. You can see Maddie's left foot is on the chalk. Inside. Get a third 3 pass issued. Bring up Harley Quick, who she walked her first time. Sophomore from Logan High School. Shows bunt. Bunts through it. Be Quick and then Caden Dunlap. Bears winners at 12 of their last 14. 5-5 inside the Appalachian Athletic Conference. No balls and a strike on Quick. High and out of the zone. He was the kind of ball and a strike. Horn led off the inning with a walk. They have a ball and a strike on Harley Quick. 1-1. Nicely struggling to find the zone. Samantha O'Neill, the senior from Hendersonville, Tennessee, up in the pen for the Royals. 2-1. Swung on, head back up the middle. That'd be a base hit. So put runners at first and second and nobody out. It's the third hit of the day for the Bears. They'll bring up the second baseman, Caden Dunlap. Coach Staggs is going to bring in probably Kate Stalliers, if I'm guessing. It is Kate. She'll run for Harley Quick. Dunlap struck out to end the Bears' home half of the first. He'll hit with runners at first and second and nobody out. Shows bunt. Gets it down. They'll retire her at first 5-3. Bring up Olivia Metcalf, who struck out her first time. She'll hit with runners at second and third and one out. The sophomore from Richmond. Bears scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and threatening here in the third. Swung on, a miss. It'll be Metcalf and Claudia Manus. Oh, 1. Caught the outer half, lower part of the zone. There's got no balls and 2 strikes. That's where Olivia's got to expand the zone, protect herself. Defense, shortstop and second base playing halfway. Going to try to cut the run out the plate. Swung on, popped up. Right fielder will make the play. Play at the plate, but not time. So Metcalf will fly out to right field. We'll credit her with an RBI. The Bears now leading this one 4-0 as they've scored in all 3 innings so far. Claudia Manus. She singled to left field her first time. 4 runs on 3 hits for the Bears. Kate Sayers will attack from second, move to third. Sophomore from Kingsport will hit. Swung on the head and then bat. Third baseman, they make the play to throw at first base will be in time. Third baseman touch will be a little 5-6-3 to retire the Bears. However, they'll strike for 1 more run as we go to the top half of the fourth. It'll be 3-4-5. Armstrong, Kaywood, Jablonski watching Bear Softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Chloe will step in the circle for the 4th time today. .32 pitches so far, 25 strikes. She's induced 2 flyouts, 6 groundouts, allowed 2 hits, struck out 1. Megan Armstrong lead things off for Johnson. She's the first baseman. She bounced out 1-3 her first time. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error through 3 innings for Johnson. 4 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Bears through 3. Swung on back up the middle. Be a base hit. The third of the day for the Royals is a single back up the middle. Nice job by Armstrong staying back on the softball. Bring up Autumn Kaywood. Designated player. She bounced out 6-3 her first time. That'll be the first leadoff hitter of the day to reach for the Royals. Swung on, popped up. That one will escape Paul Butcher Field. No balls and a strike. Big Kaywood and Jablonski. Floyd looking for the 1 pitch, 2 out. The pitcher's best friend. 0-1. Change up, missed. Claudia was charging from first. Bears scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 1 in the third. Hold on. Swung on, fouled off. That's a ball and 2 strikes. Johnson got an infield single in the second, 2-out single in the third, and got a leadoff single here in the fourth. 1-2. That'll get past Crum. Will allow Armstrong to advance from first to second. Coach Carter going to put in a runner, I believe. We'll get a new runner at second base. First time the Royals have had a runner at second base today. Kaylee Dyke will be the runner at second. So now you have a runner at second base. Nobody out, 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter. So Calton will first sign a little bit of a trouble today, 2-2. Change up, miss low and outside. Chloe's been very effective with that pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. High now to the zone. The runners at first and second, nobody out. That's the first free pass issued by Chloe. Jablonski will be the hitter. Chloe Bryant's up in the pen for the Bears. Jablonski popped out to the first baseman her first time. Jablonski and then Dickerson. Caught the inside half that time. Quicks in left, Johnson's in center, Matty Horn's in right. No balls and a strike on Jablonski. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Evens kind of ball and a strike. This is a situation where you want to just try to minimize innings if you're in the circle. 1-1. Bunts through it. Run's got the ball and 2 strikes. Got to be thinking now, will she attempt to bunt with 2 out, 2 strikes? She's walked 1, struck out 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes on the backstop for Johnson. Bears leading up 4-0. 1-2. Be the 6-3. Retired Jablonski 6-3 as Lois will throw it across the diamond. Nice job fielding her spot. Dickerson, the third baseman, will hit. She had the infield single her first time.
The third baseman, Allie Dickerson.
So now you have runners at second and third and only one out. Dickerson and Hubbard. Change up, caught the inside half. No balls and a strike. Inside, a ball and a strike on the third baseman. Adelaide Hubbard waits on deck. Calton looking for a punch out or maybe a ground ball. 1-1. Swung on, fouled off. Now just one strike away. Official ruling from inside the press box. Rick Bentley, E on Coach Staggs in front of third base, coaching third base dugout. It's an unofficial stat, though. We won't put that on the scoreboard. Ball and 2 strikes. People in the press box starting to question his age. Say he can't get in front of the softball anymore. 1-2. Outside corner. That's a big one, as she'll get Dickerson looking for the second out of the inning. Adelaide Hubbard will be the hitter. She bounced out 1-3 her first time. Hubbard, then Presley will hit if she's able to reach. Inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Armstrong led off with a single. Haywood walked. Jablonski bounced out 6-3. Dickerson struck out. So they run second, third, 2 outs. 1 ball, no strikes on Hubbard. Nice job of Crummins to block that one up. Two balls, no strikes. Calton 1 out away from working out in trouble in the 4th, unscathed. Shows bunt, puts it down. Crum will field, throw on the first base. Not in time. So that'd be an infield single. Bring up Katie Presley, the center fielder. She bounced out 1-3 her first time. However, the runner from third was unable to advance. They have bases loaded. Still nobody scored yet in this inning. Be Presley, then Hood if she's able to reach. Presley bounced out 1-3 her first time. Then the dirt. Nice job by Crum to block it up. You'll see the flags in dead center field as the wind's starting to gust a little bit. Just right above Danny's head, you'll see both those flags, the American flag and the Kentucky State flag. 1-0. Swung on, hit to Dixon. She was the boot. That allowed the first run of the game for Johnson. Beat the first error today committed by the Bears. That leads to a run. So that run will be unearned. So now you have to come up. Oh, they're just tending to Chloe's or, yeah, they're just tying a ribbon in her hair. It's like Kate Dunlap's doing that duty. Bring up Madison Hood. She bounced out 6-3 her first time. This is a situation, again, you want to minimize innings. Misses inside. Chloe struggling the first pitch to the hitters here in the 4th. So this is the second time. You may be thinking if Chloe's unable to get Hood, May make a change. Because it'll be the third time through the lineup seeing Chloe Calton. 1-0. Let's see if she can get her out here, though. 1-0. Caught the outside half. Even 1 ball, 1 strike. You'll see the bases are loaded of Johnson Royals. One. Swung on, fouled straight back. 1 strike away. Bears scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. The Royals have got 1 so far in the top half of the fourth. Just missed. Even count 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Deuces Wild top half of the fourth. A sophomore from Pennington Gap, Virginia. Trying to close out the Royals top half of the fourth. 2-2. Swung on, back up the middle. They'll get past the shortstop. The throw will come to the plate as 2 runs will score. Now you have runners at first and second. Bring up Reese Burns, has popped out to the shortstop and singled to center her first time. 3 runs on 5 hits in the air for Johnson so far. Pitch caught the inside half. So the air has proved costly for the Bears. Both teams have committed errors. Only 1 earned run charged. None this inning for the Bears. Swung on, hit to the second baseman Dunlap. She'll field to one of the first base. In time to retire Burns 4-3. However, Johnson will put 3 on the scoreboard and close the gap to 1. As we go to the bottom half of the fourth, it'll be 8-9-1 do it for the Bears. It'll be Lois, Dixon, and Crum. You're watching Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. As we go to the bottom half of the fourth, Alyssa Nicely will step inside the circle for the 4th time today. She's thrown 57 pitches so far, 32 strikes, induced 2 flyouts, 5 groundouts, allowed 3 hits, 4 runs, only 2 earned, 3 walks, 2 strikeouts. 8-9-1 do it for the Bears. Lois, Dixon, and Crum. As we go, Lois walked her first time. Lois, Dixon, and Crum. It's like some exchanging of like the play, the pitch call. What's it called, Rick? Pitch com. Oh, the pitch miss inside. So the pitch com, the catcher's pitch com went out. So she had to exchange with somebody else's with batteries more charged. Lois walked her first time. 1-0. Low and outside. Lois had a pinch hit in game 1 of Saturday's doubleheader. Had a big time base hit and had a couple hits. She flashed a leather in game 2 on Saturday against Bluefield. 2 balls, no strikes. Swung on, foul back. The freshman from Burlington, Wisconsin. Hope her dad Brad's able to tune in this afternoon. Two one. The Bears shortstop. Swung on and missed. He's got 2 balls and 2 strikes. A situation where got to protect the plate. 2-1 upcoming. 2-2, excuse me. Change up just missed. Nicely's walked 3. She's punched out 2. 3-2. Swung on, fouled off, held on to. Be the 3rd punch out of the day for Alyssa Nicely. Nice job by the catcher to hold on to the foul tip. Bring up Ashlyn Dixon. She bounced out 5-3 her first time. Missed outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Dixon and Crum. One got the inside half. Even kind of a ball and a strike. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Royals. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Bears. The Bears scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Swung on, popped up. Now escaped Paul Butcher. Runs count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung on, popped up. As Rick Bentley says, over what's left of the river. Bears baseball will be back in action tomorrow. Play the midweek game against the Midway Eagles. 1-2. Swung on, popped up. The catch will be made. Retired Dixon. That's a PO2. You couldn't see it on the screen. It'll be the second out of the inning. So Nicely's trying to do something for the first time today. She has yet to record a 1-2-3 inning. She's 1 out away. Crum has doubled and reached on an error. Change up, caught the outside half, and that error was big. It led to 2 runs. Actually, 2 runs scored on the air. It'll be Crum and then Addison Johnson. 0-1. Swung on, past the first baseman. The second hit of the day for Danny Crum is a single to right field. Addison Johnson will hit. She bounced out 1-3, then she flew out to right field her last time. So Nicely was looking to have her first 1-2-3 inning. Danny Crum picked up the 4th hit of the day for the Bears. Be Johnson, then Maddie Horn if she's able to reach. The throw to second base will not be in time. Crum pick up her 9th stolen base of the season. One ball, no strikes on Addie. So Crum will be in scoring position now, second base with 2 outs. Swung on, fouled off. Addison, the junior from Pleasant Perry, Wisconsin. Bears got 2 starters today from the state of Wisconsin. The Cheese State. 1-1. Pitch misses outside. Runners got 2 balls and a strike on the Bears center fielder. Pitch misses inside, 3 balls and a strike. Here, Addie can be extremely selective. 1 pitch, 1 spot, 3-1. Swung on, fouled off, over to Johnny Lemasterfield. Bears will be back. The Bears baseball team will be back in action tomorrow, 3 o'clock, first pitch. They'll take on Midway Eagles. That game will be available on the UPIKE Sports Network YouTube channel as well. It'll be a 1-9 game contest. 3-2. Swung on, back up the middle. The second baseman, the shortstop, will collide and retire Johnson on the PO6. That's almost a disaster for the Royals. And now retire the Bears in their half of the fourth. As we go to the top half of the fifth, it'll be 2, 3, 4. Morehouse, Armstrong, and Kaywood. You're watching Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Welcome back inside the Paul Butcher Field. Chloe will step inside the circle for the fifth time today. 59 pitches so far, 41 strikes, induced 2 flyouts, 8 groundouts, 5 hits, 3 runs, 0 earned, walked 1, strikeout 2 so far. Sophomore from Pennington Gap. Morehouse lead things off for the Royals. She struck out and she's bounced out 6-3. Bears leading this one 4-3. Shows bunt, pulls it back. Bottom of the fourth was the first time the Bears have yet to score a run in an inning. Johnson scored 3 in the top half of the fourth. Bears scored 1 in the first, 2 in the second. 1 in the third. Bunt to that one, that's fouled. Excuse me, missed. He was the kind of 1 ball and strike. Morehouse, Armstrong, and Kaywood. Pitch miss inside. 2 balls and a strike. Chloe's walked 1, punched out 2. 2-1 upcoming. Swung on, missed. Little slap attempt from Audrey Morehouse. The junior from Gray, Tennessee, went to Daniel Boone High School. 2-2. Missed inside. Fills it up 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. Ball 4. For the second consecutive inning, the Royals will get the leadoff hitter on. That'll be the second walk issued by Chloe. Bringing Megan Armstrong. Megan on the day has bounced out 1-3 as the end of the first. And she singled to lead off the fourth. Bryant still up in the pen for the Bears. Shows bunt, still attempt. She'll get there safely as Morehouse will pick up another stolen base on the season. Bryant, the senior from Logan High School, still getting loose in the pen, 1-0. Got the outside half. Be Armstrong than Kaywood. A leadoff walk and a stolen base. 1 ball, 1 strike on the first baseman. Changeup swung on, hit over the shortstop's head. It'll be a base hit. The throw to the third will not be in time. It's a well-placed base hit. We'll put runners at first and third. with nobody out. So we'll have a pitching change. Chloe Bryant, the senior from Logan High School, will take over the circle. You watching Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Take this opportunity to look at the upcoming schedule for the Bears. Bears will be back and come back to Paul Butcher Field on Friday, take on Truett McConnell. The Bears are Truett McConnell. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Union Commonwealth University here at Paul Butcher Field. On April Fool's Day, they'll host the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. On April the 4th, they'll travel to Spartanburg Methodist, the Pioneers. April the 7th, they'll host Bryan College. And April 11th, they'll take on the Bernal College on April 11th. So a lot of home games upcoming for the Bears at Paul Butcher Field. But their focus is, right now, it's going to be on the Johnson Royals. They were in control of this one. They're leading 4 to nothing, and then Johnson scored 3 in the top half of the 4th. They got runners at first and third. Nobody out. This will be Autumn Kaywood, the designated player. She's bounced out 6-3, and she's walked. Chloe Bryant will take over in the circle. She only allowed 1 run and a 6-run shortened game on Saturday against Bluefield. Shows bunt down Broadway. Be a stolen base. No throw. No balls and a strike on Kaywood. Swung on, popped out. Escaped Paul Butcher Field. Runs count, no balls, 2 strikes. Brian in relief of Chloe Calton. Calton threw the softball well. The 3 runs she allowed, none of them were earned. She's responsible for the runners at second and third. 0-2. Swung on, hit deep to left field, going back. Quick will go back, set her feet, and make the catch. And now we'll allow 1 run to score for Johnson as we tied up at 4. Quick did a nice job getting back, finding the fence, making the play. So the leadoff walk will come all the way around and score. That run will be charged to Calton. They'll bring up Dylan Jablonski, the catcher. She's popped out to the first baseman, and she's also ground out 6-3. 1 out runner on third base. Caught the outside half. No balls in the strike. Jablonski, then Dickerson. 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error so far for the Royals. Swung on, hit to Dixon, a third off the heel of her glove. Be the second error of the game for the Bears, and both of them by Dixon at third base. The runners at first and third, and only 1 out. Allie Dickerson had an infield single back in the second. She struck out looking in the 4th. She will show bunt. Gets away from Crum. The play will be at the plate, and that'll be the 5th run for Johnson. It's off of Danny's glove. I don't know if it was a mix-up on the pitch selection. So both those runs will be charged to Calton. So Royals scored 3 in the 4th, 2 so far here in the 5th. They have a runner at second base. 1 ball, no strikes. Dickerson. 1-0. Off the end of the bat, even the kind of ball and a strike. Got an out. Leadoff walk, a single, a fly out, and an error. And then a pass ball has led to 2 runs for the Royals top half of the 5th. 1-1. Swung on, hit back up the middle of Johnson to be over her head. It's going to allow a run to score. Nice job by Dickerson to line that softball over Johnson's head. That'll be the 6th run of the day scored by the Johnson Royals. Adelaide Hubbard will be the hitter. She's bounced out 1-3, and she also had an infield single back in the 4th. Fastball swung on and missed. Officially, Calton will allow 5 runs, only 1 earned. 0-1. Swung on, fouled straight back. Calton will allow the 6 hits, 5, goes 4 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned, 2 walks, 2 punch outs. No balls and 2 strikes on Hubbard. Got 1 out runner at second base. Katie Presley will hit after the second baseman. 0-2. Swung on a miss. Be the first punch out for Chloe Bryant since she's entered the game. Be the 2nd out of the inning. Katie Presley's bounced out 1-3, and she reached on an error her last time. She's able to reach Madison Hood with. Swung on, popped up. Johnson will go back, center feet. Squeezes it forward to the 3rd out of the inning. However, Johnson Royals, for the 2nd consecutive inning, will score 3 runs, now leading this one 6-4. As we go to the home half of the 5th, it'll be 3, 4, 5 doing for the Bears. It'll be Horn, Quick, and Dunlap. Watching Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Nicely will step inside the circle for the 5th time today. She's thrown 76 pitches so far, 44 strikes, and does 4 flyouts, 5 groundouts, 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 3 punchouts for the sophomore from Whitesburg, went to Letcher County Central High School. In the home half of the 5th, Horn lead things off. She bounced out 4-3, and she walked to lead up to 3rd. Bears need to respond here. All the momentum's with Johnson now. This is a situation where you got to come back out. Bears trailing 6-4. First pitch missed inside. Bears scored the first 4 runs of the game. The last 6 have been scored by Johnson. Bears 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. For Johnson, 3 in the fourth, 3 in the 5th. Horn, the junior from Nicholasville. Change up high and out of the zone. Be very selective here as a leadoff hitter. 1 pitch, 1 spot has to be something you can drive. If it's not there, let it go. Be a good leadoff hitter. 2-0. Swung on, fouled off. Samantha O'Neill, the senior from Hendersonville, Tennessee, still up in the pen for the Royals. Got action in the Bears bullpen as well. Swung on, fouled off. Shelby Ulrich is up, the freshman from Huntsville, Alabama, at the pen for the Bears. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Bears right fielder. Just missed. Those have got 3 balls, 2 strikes. Matty hitting out of the 3 spot today for the Bears. Normal spot most of the season. Ball 4. So for the second time today, Matty Horn has led off an inning with a walk. That'll be the 4th free pass issued by Alyssa Nicely. Quick has walked, and she singled to center her last time up. Swung on, hit foul down the third baseline. Start to see some blue skies out in center field, folks. Been a cloudy sky today most of the day. Been it was rain most of the morning. Just drizzle. 0-1. Shows bunt. The ball hit Harley while she was in the box. Sophomore from Logan High School. No balls and 2 strikes on Harley. Go protect yourself now. One ball and 2 strikes. See if she can get a Harley fishing on that one. Nice job by the sophomore to keep the hands back. 1-2. Change up low. Eve's got 2 balls and 2 strikes. Quick coming to game, a .333 average, a home run, 9 RBIs. Let's see our number 2 upcoming. Swung on, popped up. Center fielder will call for it. The right fielder will squeeze it for the first out of the inning. Bring up Kate Dunlap. Dunlap has struck out, and she's also bounced out 5-3. Dunlap .314 on the season, a home run, 12 RBIs. Dunlap and then Olivia Metcalf. Swung on a miss, Horn bouncing off the bag. Caden, a junior from Louisville. 0-1. Caught the outside half. The ball's 2 strikes. Nicely. Start off the game, had some issues finding the zone early, but she's found the zone of late. 0-2. That'll be the 4th punch out of the day. Bring up Olivia Metcalf, who struck out and flew out to right field. Metcalf, a sophomore from Richmond. Caught the zone as well. I believe is able to reach, and Claudia Manas with. It was got a ball and a strike. The Bears struck early, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Been zeros in the 0 in the 4th, and got 0 so far in the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Olivia Metcalf. Swung on, popped up. Made the play. My apologies. So that's a pop out to the first baseman. Now retire the Bears. The 3rd out as we go to the top half of the 6th. Oh, that one was way up Paul Butcher Field. Bring up 9-1-2. Madison Hood, Reese Burns, Audrey Morehouse, who watch the Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. As we go to the top half of the sixth, Chloe Bryant will be in the circle once again for the Bears. Throwing 12 pitches to 11 strikes and does 2 flyouts. He's allowed 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned. She's also punched that one. Madison Hood lead things off. She's bounced out 6-3, and she's also singled to center back in the fourth. 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Johnson. 4 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. Errors by both teams proved costly so far today. Caught the outer half. The freshman Shelby Ulrich still up in the pen for the Bears just in case. Samantha O'Neill is no longer throwing for Johnson. 0-1. Swung on. That one will escape Paul Butcher over to Johnny Lemasterfield. The balls and 2 strikes. On the season, Chloe Bryant coming into the game, 38 2/3 innings pitched, 28 hits, 26 strikeouts, a 2.35 ERA. 0-2. Swung and a miss. That'll be her second punch out of the day. Bring up the top part of the lineup for Johnson, Reese Burns. She's popped out to the shortstop, single to center, and bounced out 4-3 in the fourth inning. Caught the inner half. After Burns will be Audrey Morehouse. Oh, 1. Tried an inner half, missed. Keeps got the ball and a strike. Brian will get her sign from Crum. 1-1. Change up, missed inside. I thought Calton was effective with a change. Her time in the side of the circle today, too. Bryant's been effective with the pitch also. 2-1. Swung on a miss. That's a fastball there. He's got 2 balls and 2 strikes. She struck out Hood to begin the inning. Looking for back-to-back punch-outs. Swung on. Fouled off. We'll do 2-2 all over again. Swung on, popped up. Quick will give chase. Left field. Center feet. Squeezes it for the second out of the inning. Nice job by Quick to get back. Read the base, the softball. Center feet. Left field. Bring up Audrey Morehouse. She struck out, grounded out, walked. Pitch misses outside. Ball no strikes. Be Morehouse and then Megan Armstrong. Royals scored 3 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth. One swung on, fouled off. Over to Johnny Masterfield. Appreciate you guys tuning in this afternoon for Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Gary Justice, glad to be on the ride with you. 1-1. Low and out. He's got 2 balls and a strike. Prime will rock and fire. Swung on, popped up. Dixon will give chase. Actually, we got a new third baseman. Dovenbarker, the freshman from Mount Vernon High School, is now the third baseman. Two balls, two strikes, two outs. Deuces wild in top half of the sixth. Probably looking for a 1-2-3 inning. Swung on, fouled off. And the home plate umpires needing some softballs. Bree Johnson is on that duty. She threw the shutout on Saturday, but she may need to work on how to get the softballs out of the holder, though. 2-2. High and in. Fills up 3 balls and 2 strikes. 3-2 upcoming. Swung on, back up the middle. Dunlap will backhand throw, not in time. He'll get past the first baseman. Be an infield single. Dunlap did a nice job getting to the softball. However, with Morehouse hitting from that left side, she has an extra stepper going down the line. Be the 8th hit of the day for the Royals. They'll bring up Megan Armstrong, who's bounced out 1-3, single to center and single to left. First baseman had a nice day swinging the stick. Swung on, popped up. Dovenbarker will call for it and a squeeze. Is it for the third out? Now we'll close out the top half of the sixth for the Royals as we go to the bottom half. Be 7, 8, 9, Claudia Manus, Casey Lois, and Ashlyn Dixon. Actually, probably Brooklyn Dovenbarker. You're watching Fair Softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. Welcome back to Paul Butcher Field. Actually, it's 7, 8, 9, Claudia Manus. Casey Lois will hit. No, it looks like Sydney Stout will hit for Casey. But anyway, Claudia Manus, who's single to left, bounced out 6-3. The Bears need 2. Outside corner. Nicely in the circle for the 6th time today. 93 pitches so far, 54 strikes. Swung on, back up the middle, be a base hit. For second day for Claudia. Probably have a runner come in from Claudia, I'm assuming. Sydney Stout will hit for Casey Lois. The runner at first, Rayleigh Purvis, the sophomore from Bath County, will be the runner at first for Claudia's. Sydney Stout hit. That brings a tying run to the plate. entering this inning nicely. 95 pitches, now 56 strikes, 5 innings pitched. He's induced 6 flyouts, 5 groundouts. Swung on, fouled straight back. Still had 5 hits, 4 runs, 2 earned, 4 walks, 4 punchouts as well for the sophomore from Whitesburg. Sydney, the junior from Alaska, Ohio. Be Stoughton and Brooklyn Dovenbark. 0-1. Shows bunt, gets it down. A play will be at first base, and it'll be the play. It'll be made. He'll come to third, and the runner, nice job by Sydney Stout. As I just realized I didn't switch the camera for you guys, but you'll see the throw will come back to third, and then Sydney advancing to second base. Got too busy watching the play. My apologies. So now the tying run's at second base. Nobody out. So Dovenbarker will hit for the first time today. Looking for her first hit of the season. She scored a run, though. So Purvis is a runner at third. Stout is a runner at second. Nobody out. 1 ball, no strikes on the Bears' third baseman. Swung on, fouled off the catcher's face mask, and the umpire says, hey, let me walk it out to you, give the catcher an opportunity to shake out the cobwebs. Coach Dana Carter checking on her backstop. One ball, one strike. Dovenbarker, who ended the game defensively in the top half of the sixth. First AB of the day. Alyssa Nicely, the sophomore, still in the circle for Johnson. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dovenbarker. This is inside 2 balls and a strike. Two one. Swung on, fouled off. Quick hands. She fouls that one off the fence, back Polanski. 2-2. Nicely has 4 walks, 4 punch-outs today. 2-2. Swung on, fouled off. Nice job by Brooklyn. Danny Crum waits on deck for the Bears. It'll be Crum and then Johnson. Nobody. So you have runners at second and third. Inning started off with Claudia Manus with a single. Stout hitting. She reached on an air. 2-2. Fills up the count. Three-two. Swung on, fouled off. No, they're going to say it was miss. So retire Dovenbarker at first with a strikeout. It'll be the 5th punch out. Yeah, my apologies. I forgot to switch the camera again. So we're having Coach Staggs will make another substitution. So it looks like Casey will re-enter the game and run at second base for Sydney. So Lois will re-enter the game, and she'll run for Stout at second base. At runner second, third, 1 out. Crumb's the hitter. She is doubled, reached on an air, and singled. First pitch to Crum. Swung on, hit foul. For the second time today, Coach Staggs is stepping away from the softball. Women's golf coach, the greatest at the University of Pikeville, Nelson Scott, standing behind me, said you got to step into it. Keep the chest in front of it. The women's golf team, number 15 in the country. Number 15 in the country. And the star player keeping the scoreboard today. Of course, that may be the third or fourth time he said star player for the golfers today. 0-1. Hot outside. Just joking, by the way. One ball, one strike on Crum. Swung on, hit past the 6 hole. 1 run will score. That'll be the third hit of the day for Danny Crum. As she tattooed this softball past the shortstop. So she advanced on the throw home, so on the single. So now you have runners at second and third, one out. Addison Johnson, who was bounced out 1-3, flipped to right and popped out to shortstop the first or last time up. 1 ball, no strikes on Addison. Shows bunt. Runners got 2 balls, no strikes. So Johnson then Matty Horn. Swung on to the first baseman, and they will double up Danny. No. So line out to first base. Nice job by Danny Crum to hustle back as she's able to beat the toss back to second base. Bring up Matty Horn, who's bounced out 4-3 and walked twice. She'll hit with runners at second and third and 2 outs. Now the Bears have pushed 1 across so far in the sixth, excuse me. Swung on, fouled off. A single, an error, a strikeout, another single, and a line out has led to a run for the Bears. No balls and a strike on Matty Horn. Harley Quick will hit if she's able to reach. Change up caught the outside corner. She pulls a string. No balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2. Tried to expand the zone. Run to 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, 2. Swung on, fouled straight back. We'll do 1-2 all over again. So you got Crum at second. Boyce is at third. Empire needs some more baseball or more softballs. And this time it was to get him himself. As a pitcher, folks, I would not like that. 1-2 in the count, and now you have an extended break. But here we are. Got to have softballs to be able to play, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. Bears trailing 6-5. 1-2. Swung on, popped up. The shortstop will give chase, will call for it and squeezes it for the third out. However, the Bears will push 1 across. Now trailing this one 6-5. So the top half of the 7th will be 4, 5, 6. Kaywood, Jablonski, and Dickerson. You're watching Bears softball, UPIKE Sports Network. As we go to the top half of the seventh, Chloe Bryant will step inside the circle for the third time today. The senior from Logan has thrown 29 pitches, 23 strikes, and missed 4 flyouts. She's allowed 2 hits, 1 run is earned. She's punched out 2 so far. Kaywood lead things off. She bounced out 6-3, walked, and also flew at the left. Kaywood, Jablonski, and then Dickerson. Swung on, hit foul. Third baseline. So key out for the Bears. Got a little bit of momentum right now. Going to keep the score where it is. Kaywood coming to the game, hitting .277, home run, 13 RBIs. 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Johnson. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Bears. 0-1. Swung on in front of the plate. Will not be in time. Bang, bang play at first base. Lead to an infield single for Autumn Kaywood. Just off the end of the bat, hustling down the line. Bring up Dylan Jablonski, who's popped out to the first baseman, 6-3, and also reached on an error her last time. Shows bunt. A throw will hit the runner. Allow her to advance to second, though. So the runner will advance from first to second. Third error of the day, charged to the Bears. That's a big one. Swung on, popped up. Boyce will call for it. Squeezes it for the first out of the inning. Bring up Allie Dickerson, third baseman, had an infield single, struck out, and doubled. Beat Dickerson, then Hubbard. Runner second base. Only 1 out. Low and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Gary Justice, UPIKE Sports Network. Glad to be on the ride with you this afternoon. 2 of the hotter teams inside the AAC. Bears have won 4 straight, 12-14. The Royals have won 3 straight. 1-0. Swung on, popped up. Even the count of ball and a strike. Part of the Royals' 3-game win streak, picked up a road win last Tuesday over the number 10 ranked Southeastern Fire. 2-1. 6-5 here in the top half of the seventh. 1 ball, 1 strike on Dickerson. Swung on, popped up. Quick will call for it and squeezes it for the second out. Fly ball to left field. Nice job by Bryant to induce the fly ball. Adelaide Hubbard will hit. Hubbard has bounced out 1-3. She had an infield single. She's also struck out. She's able to reach in Presley with it. Bryant 1 out away from working around the leadoff single. Shows bunt, fouls it off. It was a single, then an error that allowed Haywood to advance from first to second. As a single, then a throwing error allowed her to advance on a pitch. On the back, trying to pick her off, throw behind her. Well, no balls and 1 strike. Pitch number 38 coming up for Bryant. Swung on, hit at the first baseman. Nice play. Claudia Manus Done a nice job of fielding position. And now hold the Royals where they're at. Now as we go to the bottom half of the seventh, be 4, 5, 6 do it for the Bears. It'll be Quick, Dunlap, and Metcalf. Coaching Bears softball on the UPIKE Sports Network. As we go into the top half of the seventh, Alyssa Nicely will step in the circle for the seventh time today. 115 pitches so far, 69 strikes. She's induced 8 flyouts, 5 groundouts, allowed 6 hits, 5 runs, only 2 earned, 4 walks, 5 punchouts for the sophomore from Whitesburg, Kentucky. Bears have 4, 5, 6 due up. Need a run to extend the game and 2 to win. They've won 4 straight. Quick has walked, singled, and flew out to right field. First pitch misses outside. One 0. Got the outside corner. Ball on the strike. 1-1. Runs count to a ball and 2 strikes. Now Harley's going to have to protect the plate. 1-2. Swung on back up the middle. Harley will be retired on the 4-3. Off the end of the bat. Bring up Caden Dunlap, who struck out twice and bounced out 5-3. Dunlap and Olivia Metcalf. Bears need 1 to extend. On outside. Dunlap, the junior from Louisville. Swung on, popped up. Center field will give chase. That will be over her head. Dunlap will round second. She's going to try to go to third. The play will not be in time. Be a leadoff, be a one-out triple for Caden Dunlap. You'll see her hustling around the bags. A bang play at first base. Slides in the tag. Nice job of Caden Dunlap. She got into that one. So Chloe Creech will hit for Metcalf.
Now batting for the Bears is number 20, Chloe Creech.
Creech hitting 348 on the season. She drove in 5, scored 5 runs. Creech is a freshman from Wolfe County High School, Campton, Kentucky. Big situation for the freshman. Big situation. It'll be Creech and then Manus. Runner at third and 1 out. As Caden Dunlap's at third. That run scores, we extend the game. We being the Bears. Pitch miss inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Manus waits on deck. She's got 2 hits on the day. Swinging hot stick. She had 2 hits on the game on Saturday as well. 1-0. Swung on, fouled off. 3 times a day they hit that thing towards Coach Robert Staggs. Coach Staggs may start taking a glove with him out in the third base box. A ball and a strike. Low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Alyssa Nosley, the pitcher, is over 120 pitches now. No action in the pen for the Royals, so Coach Carter is leaving, going to go with Nosley. 125th pitch. 2-1. Swung on and missed. He's got 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nosley has 5 punch outs. Here he's got to put the bat on the ball, short now swing up. 2-2. Swung on, foul off. Try to get that barrel on the softball. Put it in play. Make the defense make a play. Two balls, 2 strikes on the freshman from Wolf County High School. Our first AB of the day. 2-2. Swung on, popped up. That's when it escaped Paul Butcher Field on the left field line. We'll do 2-2 all over again. Gary Justice, UPIKE Sports Network. Glad to be on the ride with you this afternoon. It's a good one as well. Got a runner at third base. 1 out. Bears trailing 6-5. 2-2. Change up. You get Creech looking. Be the 6th punch out of the day for Alyssa Nosley, and it was a big one. Off-speed pitch fooled her. I'll bring up Claudia Manus. Singled twice and bounced out 6-3. Runner at third with 2 outs. They need the sophomore from Kingsport to come up big. Down Broadway. Claudia's able to reach, and then Casey Lois will hit. Oh, 1. Swung on and missed. The ball's in 2 strikes. So a 1-out triple by Caden Dunlap, and then Chloe Creech struck out looking. Now no balls and 2 strikes on Claudia Manus. Nicely looking to close this one out. 0-2. Outside corner. And that will be the 7th punch out, and it's a big one as that one will move the Royals to 12-8 and 3-2 inside the Appalachian Athletic Conference. The Bears move to 15-8, 5-6 inside the conference as well. So these two teams will about a 30-minute break, I would say, maybe 25, 30 minutes. And these two teams will hook up for a second time. We'll have be the same YouTube channel, just a different stream. I'll wrap things up for Game 1 at Paul Butcher Field. Until next time, Gary Justice with UPIKE Sports Network.